get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song.
Hello, Tim, welcome in. We're with my boyfriend here. We're gonna be reacting to videos in about 9 minutes. Yeah, my boyfriend is drunk. They can't actually hear you right now, so. They can't hear you right now. But yes, we're with my boyfriend, the drunk. And fuck it, we start now.
Fuck it, why not?
Alright. First video we're gonna be watching is a Mentour Pilot. In my opinion, it's a video he should have made a long time ago. Yet this came out 5 hours ago. Hi David. Yes you are.
God, you're a nerd. Hi David, hi Tim.
This is the story about the Gimli Glider at Air Canada 143.
In the evening of July the 23rd, 1983, Air Canada Flight 143 is cruising high above central Canada. The aircraft, only a few months old, is among the newest and most advanced in the airline's fleet, and in the cockpit, the crew is monitoring a panel equipped with gleaming new digital displays.
Yeah.
Behind them, 61 passengers and 8 crew have settled in for a quiet
which totals to total of 69 nice souls on board.
69? Nice.
I'm sorry, just had to point that out.
evening flight from Ottawa over to Edmonton, unaware that they're
I'm
soon about to
impressed you
take
could do
part
that
in one of
kind of math.
aviation's most extraordinary stories. The two pilots are both extremely experienced, with thousands of total hours each under their belt, but both of them with less than 200 hours on this new Boeing 767. About 30 minutes into the cruise, a warning light suddenly appears, one that should never appear in cruise, and one that instantly makes the heart sink.
Hi Yuki, welcome in.
For reasons that will soon become obvious.
Yo, that is sick.
The Boeing 767 was a new...
The little intro they did. I'm gonna play that again. This is sick. Flops.
I'm so drunk I don't even know what's going on with that, but okay.
The Boeing 767 was a new kind of airplane for Air Canada back in 1983. Sleek, efficient, and packed with early digital technology, it was the pride
Hey,
of
the
the
man
fleet,
also,
and it
welcome in.
represented a big difference from their older DC-8s and 727s that had previously defined the airline's long-haul services. The aircraft involved in this story had the registration Charlie, Golf Alpha Uniform November, and was only the second 767 delivered to Air Canada at the time. Barely 2 months old, it was equipped with a modern glass
You send the link in chat. I'll react to it. Once I'm done with this. This is 45 minutes long though.
Cockpits that had replaced most analog dials with glowing cathode ray displays that could display everything from fuel totals to engine parameters. And for the first time on an Air Canada widebody,
also, do not mind what's happening in YouTube chat.
Just 2 pilots seated side by side with their flight management
drunk.
system, tying all of the information together.
And we're with my boyfriend right now.
Calculating fuel burn,
I
range,
am
climb, and descent
drunk.
profiles.
Okay.
Now, this automation was meant to reduce
50-second video, I can
workload,
probably
but
do that.
it also meant that the crews were now more dependent than ever on accurate digital information. If one layer of data was wrong, there now wasn't always an independent human backup system to catch it. And this new system was also vulnerable to the age-old principle of garbage in, garbage out, meaning that if you put bad information into the computer, the system wouldn't be able to highlight that. It would just run with what the pilots had put in. And as it turns out, all was not well with this particular aircraft. The first hints of trouble had actually appeared quietly weeks before this.
Alright. Give me a second.
Dickens is wrong with you, you tiny twats? Why are you yelling, fisherman? My bit won't stop squeaking for some odd reason.
Fuck the
Don't be stupid. Maggots can't feel pain. They have a mush blob in their head where the brain should be.
They are making some kind of sound, though. Nigel, maybe we could hear them better if you made...
Ain't no way both even fight.
This is ridiculous. Maggots don't have the credit.
Oh, that's the video you made? Interesting.
Or indeed emotions.
Oh, fuck.
This is Nigel Marmalade. I have no idea what the hell is happening.
They seem pretty emotional.
Your 5 good maybe your last as well, Tim. Okay.
Die.
Yeah, they are. They do look cursed.
Now that we know maggots are intelligent, we should stop using them as bait.
Bollocks to that! I have fish to catch! I'm airborne! Did I turn into a fly, brother?
Yes, Friedrich!
I don't know what's happening anymore.
He's going to a better place.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. What the hell is happening? Damn. Bass. Alright, interesting.
Oh, stinky! Stinky, stinky, stink!
Why do you keep saying the word stinky, strange tree?
Well, I've been having a little smelly waft coming around my barky nostril holes. I think there might be something growing.
Don't ever call them that again.
How about that? About that?
That's a dead person.
I ain't dead, you presumptuous twat! I was just taking a nap on the comforting bark of this tree trunk, but I must have...
No, that probably wouldn't have made me fainted. Only like really blood or pain makes me faint.
McFan 2007
no.
just redeemed drove for
no.
1900 Kit
Oh,
Kat
no.
bars.
Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? There it is. There's still my battery. So where did I put the controller?
Joe! Return. The mic's too far away for us to hear you. Yo.
Found it.
You chat.
I did see what you put in the chat.
Again, all the other stuff.
Wait. Let me do this first.
What's that?
Drone.
Ow, that hurts my ears.
Right.
Adorabile.
Ah.
Ah.
Why is it not
With
working?
fan 2007 just redeemed text-to-speech for 100 Kit Kat bars.
I don't know why it's not working.
Is that a battery?
No, the lights
I'm just trying.
I'm sorry, I'll refund your points if I can. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, Jesus Christ.
The video I sent is interesting.
Okay.
Theme and also just redeemed text-to-speech for 100 Kit Kat bars.
Okay. Give me a second, I'm gonna refund your points. Give me a second. I'll try and do that later, actually. Anyways. We have some videos to watch.
Don't stop for several years because when I awoke, I was growing into the bastard.
How do you nap for years?
I'm awfully fatigued. I work a very stressful desk job. Please extract
That's so
me
real.
from this tree. Oh no, I'm not going back into it.
Nigel, I think you've done the spell
Hey, Joe.
backwards.
AFK real quick.
No,
Okay.
you didn't. Turns out this tree's hollow. You pushed me right into the trunk shaft.
You did save him.
Now if you could just get me out of here, that would be grand. Boys! Boys!
Who the bloody hell is making all that racket? Me and my squirrel wife are trying to ship me, a home invader.
Another job well done.
Oh, stinky! Stinky, stinky, stink!
What?
Whoops. I ended the screen share. Give me a second. Alright. Because, I funded them because I couldn't get the drone to work. Sorry. Give me a second.
Okay, so what's our next door?
I think it was just to stay here and wait or something.
Waiting for what? I should have clocked out 2 hours ago, but they're talking about they need me here because we're understaffed. Maybe they weren't sacrificing expendables because we need to do this for research purposes. Then maybe things will be less of a pain in the ass.
Dang it.
Oh, the lab kill guy. Yeah, we gotta wait till he gets here.
Okay, so we're doing guard duty.
Mm-hmm. He said something about we can't let it get out containment, so he ran off to get something. He wanted us to be here just in case, so.
Great, so the scientist ran off. Yeah, that's a wonderful sign. Completely a wonderful sign. Just what the hell is in containment anyway? Swear to God, it better be worth it. Last time they had me watching a
Better be.
booger.
A booger? What the? We keep those in here? Like, alive? Alright, whatever. It's not labeled yet, but it does have undisclosed documents. Whoa, you see that? Dude, what the is that? It's like a rat?
Motherfucker, does that look like a rat?
Holy dude, it's a
Whoa.
What gave it away? The hair? Well, no fucking it's a girl. How the hell could you confuse her with a rat?
We got snow bunnies! Yay!
Yeah, this is actually my first time seeing one.
The amount of free time some people have.
Say snow bunnies, man.
I got a little excited. I'm sorry.
You just be saying anything, huh?
But I love snow.
Don't even try to explain.
But.
Oh, God. Dude, look at that thing. Oh, my goodness.
Holy shit.
Your nose are the size of cannons. You sure this is...
Damn, boy.
Man, I think I see your areolas. Yo, is she looking at me? Yo, I think she likes me.
Hey, yo.
Like a damn prince. You look like a Bismarck dog. You look like everybody.
No, I'm kidding.
But focus up, man.
Bro, I have an idea. You may call me Jimmy Neutron, but I have the containment key. I'm just saying.
Get your out of your head, man. you want to go in there. What you want to go in there for? You want to get your...
Dude, come on. No one's even seen this SCP before. It's like a prize gun. I mean, people have been with SCP-056, but nobody's been with this one. And I'm like, I gotta try. Dude, I gotta try.
What do you mean better than SCP-056?
Wait,
Top of the morning to you, bitch.
Hello. What is SCP? Oh, I see. SCP-113, okay. The genders.
What the hell are you insinuating?
Only sneaks out.
You did, man. Oh, no, don't tell me you did that, dog. Don't tell me y'all did that, man. You nasty as hell, man. F***ing Ditto from Pokemon.
Just forget it. Forget it. I say that.
I know you wasn't digging in no booty, bro.
Hey, yo.
You're gonna tell me what you did, or what you supposed to. I don't think I care anymore. Yeah, I lost interest.
I might consider 113. I might consider it.
Quit this job a long time ago. What kind of idiot do I look
649. Okay. Are you saying that because that's part of your username? Huh?
in there with you?
Alright, suit yourself. What's up, baby? Holy, they're bigger in person. Let me just grab. Why did she just...
Yeah, I'm just trying not to laugh.
What? You can laugh if you want.
No, it's about a different thing.
What?
It's about a different thing.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
I can't type to save my life.
Damn! That's even... Yeah, it is worse, Tim.
Okay, I think I've got the message.
Third generation sucks. Be a next gen.
Joe, what happened is I'm gonna try and make you try to figure out what I said. Nice Snapchat Eviator Evan me Luca Prof Quay Hadley Arja Good Can if detect Look vocab say why Can you Polonco cool So can say Shiam Ijabam Ixolon explain we have can you call so I can explain damn Jubadaba I tried violet egg. She did ice nice.
I have no idea.
You. Yeah, good.
Yeah, his race is a school bus. No, I'm not giving you my house address.
I know Sagan's.
You do?
Sagan accidentally doxed himself, but it's okay. I'm not saying it on live. I'm not that stupid.
I mean, obviously. Yeah, but last time I gave someone my address, well, we don't talk about that anymore.
We don't talk about Bruno, no.
Jenna
We don't
wait.
talk about Bruno. But it was our wedding day. We were getting ready, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky, no clouds allowed in the sky. Bruno walked in.
What the fuck?
And put as much spaghetti in the mug as you can before Mr. Meatball gets you and sends you straight to hell.
What?
Don't disturb Derek, the brand new game from Hasbeen. Order now and get Burger Bonanza, the game where you can make realistic burgers, good enough to eat.
Okay.
Oh god. You wanna know I just text my friend?
What?
Ha 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 ha. Gzibidi wahan gugu wajak yevijebe. Green is your bird. Bali sabu wajbri yud. Hey si kan rugiaje aye ex for ya abu. Okay, you'll do to card if you can. Hey, I toss ya be. You mean giant? You know, Abby, tell you what, it's okay.
Okay.
Oh, Ashbuhaya Tohaim Kimya
I mean,
Ham
probably.
Albigenis Brindo. What's the comment saying, by the way?
Is Floofy summoning Satan?
No, I'm just drunk.
Stop summoning Satan, stop it. What the fuck? Gotta be one of the funniest things I've seen out of TF2 in a long time. Can I have permission to animate this clip in SFM? With full credit, of course. I bet. We're actually not on Discord right now. We're not on Discord right now.
One
Google me because my parents banned my access to Discord because they don't really understand.
Oh my god, I'm trying to text Yuki. I put tiny. Are you Dehan? Can you wax it? Damn my immune kid. Right, cool, fuck you, wait. Hey Joe. Hey Joe.
Yeah?
Hey Joe, guess what?
What?
Guess.
I don't know.
No, you do know, because I say it every single time after guess what?
Oop.
You're right, cute. Admit it right now on stream.
Maybe.
No, admit it fully, 100%.
I am cute. Fine.
Good boy.
What the hell is happening?
Come on, breathing exercise with me. 4 seconds.
What? Critical hit.
Yeah, I think it's a little too late for you to restore like that.
You're fucking having a horrible evening. You cheating fucking scumbag. Yeah, laugh is like a big fucking joke.
Honestly, yeah, same. Like I had my cold went away like last weekend, and I'm still coughing.
This game's been around for 20
Yeah, because it's not a cold, Joe. Because it knows have a virus in it.
20 years? Do you know when this game came out?
I don't have a PS1 though. I can't play that game, Yuki.
Who does have a PS1? I'm not even kidding. I was about to email you to see if you were awake.
He's playing soldier though.
Did you just throw up?
You have soldiers. I've been playing this game a whole lot more than you have, pal. I would know because I helped develop it. I'm a Tilsu coder.
Oh.
Everything but the imitation of youth, maybe even but the death.
Oh, I read that wrong. Escape PS1 had it, okay.
12, baby, even if you about it. Don't have to tell yourself it. As a
No.
crush. Everybody supports women to
No.
somebody new. Everybody wants you to love yourself until you actually do. It was something about her hair so perfectly falling. She was nothing but
I'm not watching a 10 hours loop of this.
She does charity. Isn't that the most obnoxious thing you've heard? Her popularity. She's too pretty for her own good. She's probably self-centered. You hear and she's
Oh no.
nothing. If everybody leaves her, then she had it coming.
Tell Floofy why does he keep texting me?
Huh?
They're asking why I keep texting them.
Who? Yuki?
Yeah.
Does Yuki want to join the Google Meet? Can we add Yuki to the Google Meet?
Maybe.
Can we?
If you want to.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Escape PS1 Hacker.
Can I
This
invite
tonight's random
them?
horror
Is
game.
basically what I'm asking.
Sure.
I don't have their email.
I don't actually have it either.
Fuck.
I mean, they made like.
Okay.
You remember how like they joined before? They just like use the code.
Yeah, can you invite them? I can't invite them. I'm too drunk.
Okay.
I'm too drunk, Yuki.
I'll whisper you the code on Twitch, Yuki.
If everybody leaves her, then she had coming.
It is.
I know you can hear me. I'm just drunk. Oh wait, no, I have their email. Yuki, check your emails. I'm calling them right now.
And from the looks of it, we're in the PlayStation 1 version of Harry Potter, which I actually owned myself as a kid growing up. I don't remember.
Everybody wants you to love yourself until you actually do. It was something about her hair so perfectly falling. She was nice and smart and funny. Got everything she wanted. She's charity. Isn't that the most obnoxious thing you've heard? Her popularity, she's too pretty for her own good. She's probably self-centered. We hate her and she's nothing. If everybody leaves
a single thing from it. I remember it was like third person, I'm pretty sure, and you get to like go around Hogwarts and do a bunch of, you know, wizarding stuff. But this is a horror game apparently, which is, as you guys can tell by the background song, clarinet thing, whatever you want to call it, going on. This is gonna be pretty scary. I saw my buddy Daco do a video on this, and I knew I had to check it out as soon as I saw his thumbnail because it looked really creepy. So huge shout out to him. But anyways, let's go ahead and press start and hop into this. So we have easy, perfect, chosen one, hard, or the difficulty that must not be named. Ooh, okay. Let's try out.
What?
Yeah, let's do Muggle.
Oh my god, that's loud.
Welcome in, Yuki. I'm just a wee bit drunk. Hang on, I'm gonna turn on my camera so that you can see how drunk. Hi, Yuki.
Hello.
Top of the morning.
Why do I owe you money, Tim Tim? Why do I owe you money?
Morning, Tim Tim. Morning, Yuki.
Hello, it's like 22 o'clock.
Hmm?
That's what, no, I use like the 23-hour thing that says 22 o'clock.
23 hours. You mean 24-hour military time? I'm just a wee bit drunk, Yuki.
What's that?
Also, I brought you a Christmas present.
What is it?
I'm not telling you. It's a present.
Okay.
Why do I owe you money, Tim Tim? Why do I owe you money?
Yuki.
Yeah?
When do you want to meet up before or after Christmas for your Christmas present?
Are you going to the youth club on the 30th?
What?
Are you going to the youth club on the 30th?
I'm not going to youth club anymore.
Oh.
I'm too old.
Hey, yo, Ari, what's up, my dude?
I'll see when I can. I don't know what's going on.
Can I cast a spell on this man to make him
Okay,
disappear, please?
I'm available. Joe, please pause the video.
Okay.
I mean, if you have like a Christmas present for me, you can always mail it to me.
I can't mail anything. It's too expensive.
Oh, okay.
Yuki, I'm free available most days. Just tell me when you're coming to your shopping center.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, just text me. Okay, Joe, you can do the video.
Yeah, things are going on. I don't know when I'm going to be on my grandparents somewhere.
Which I am afraid to say is
Ask grandparents.
What do you mean, dude? What do you want me to do? Watch a 3D
I'm so
movie
drunk.
with you? Why do you have 3D glasses on? Not that you or me would care in any way, but before I can let you out, do me a favor.
Don't worry, stream can't see us, Yuki. You're okay.
Yeah, you need to calm down right now. What do you want? I want you to bring me into those green bottles.
Yeah, they can hear us, but they can't see us, Yuki.
Green bottles, all right. Sure, buddy.
So you can show your face, Yuki.
I don't. I'll ask, but
nothing dangerous, of course.
I'm going to like a restaurant tomorrow, like Chicken Salisbury, and it may be like I don't know if it's a yes yet. I mean, I have to ask, but maybe my gran or my Pampy can take me down to the shopping center. I can meet you there.
Yeah, honestly, I'm free most days in the evening, and honestly, most weekends.
Ooh, a green bottle.
I'll have to ask.
Yeah, and it could be before or after Christmas. I genuinely don't care.
Yeah, hold on.
Why do you have to ask now? It's late at night, Yuki. It's like fucking 10:30. Ask tomorrow.
Can I not go up there? Okay, I guess I can't jump in this game.
It's not even December yet. You've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
This man cannot walk.
Hey Yuki, can you tell I'm drunk?
Alright, dude, we already got 4 out of 50.
No.
Pretty easy so far. Then again,
I think you haven't seen a drunk person yet.
Where is Hagrid at, by the way? I don't even.
Hagrid?
Okay, I can't go in
Hagrid? Ain't that from Harry Potter?
What was your favorite horror movie?
Oh my god, I love Hagrid. He's a funny dude.
Oh my god, okay, here he is.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Coming this way. I'm dead, dude.
Hey Joe.
Coming this way. Can I not
You are the funniest person ever.
to make him go away? Oh, wait. Oh, he's still
I'm gonna pour myself another drink.
You need to leave me alone. You need to really leave me alone. Go past him. I'm gonna survive. I made it.
Ooh. Oh, I'm having double my normal amount.
He moves at the speed of a slug. But yeah, like I was saying, my favorite Harry Potter movie was definitely the first.
Okay.
One. Just because like the nostalgia behind it and just the whole setup of that movie was so good. All right, got that. There we go. What the heck does that say? Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta do back to that. Can't do anything here. Ooh, another potion though. 7 out of 15. Better
Alright.
keep up, buddy. You're going a little too slow. I'm gonna collect all these green. Oh my god, I think he knows where. I'm dead. Oh my god, wait, there's two of them out here.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
he
just
knows where I
doing
am at like
something.
all times. He's like breathing down my neck too. Give me it. Oh my god, run. Oh, is this a dead end?
Run.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, what is this? There's gotta be another way up, right? There's gotta be. Oh, please. Okay, this is a big enough room where I can dodge him, I think. I just gotta be very careful. What? Why do I hear music? I heard music. I keep hearing music for like a split second and then it goes away. What is going on in here? What are you doing in here,
Whoa,
buddy? Stop
what?
that. Stop those slick dance moves right now. Okay, we got this. I'm just gonna
Hey
pretend.
Joe, I'm drunk.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep.
He's still breaking it down. Wait, you got any? Oh, you got one over here with you. What is it? What song is that? I don't even know. It could be copyrighted to the video, but he's breaking it down to it right now. All right. I love the. Oh wait, no, I was gonna spoil something for Harry Potter, but
Yeah.
I don't really want to. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Oh my god, no. Okay, we're good. All right, we're out of here. We're out of here just like that. All right. So wait, what? There's. I only need one more, but there's two more up there. I could get out of here easily. Oh, so there's more than 15 of these. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. I got all of them. Now what? It says 15 out of 15, so I think I'm good to just leave. Oh, I'm dead. Why does he seem like he's moving a little bit faster? It's like a little bit faster.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I'm just going to go around him and go back up the staircase over here. So I don't know if... am I good to... I think I just have to go back to him, right? That's it. Let me just go ahead and go back up here. I guess I'll grab these other two and see what it says. Look, there's another one up there. What the? Why are there so many? Okay, give me this. Oh, yeah. Look, I have 16. Oh, my God. I'm going for 17. I'm going for 17. I'm going for 18. There's one up there. I want to get it. But I don't know if there's even a purpose to this. No, let's not do it. How do I get back to the old man? That's what I'm calling him. He's just the old man now. Oh, got another one. All right, here we go. Nope, that is not a staircase. Oh, it's this one. Perfect. All right, we got 18 out of 15, dude. I went above him. I can't even go up. Why can't I go up any staircase in this game? What is up with this? What is that? Why is he not able to like walk up simple staircases? All right, I lost the big fella, so it's fine. Give me this. How is that? What? I can't grab that. Okay, I got it. 19.
Got it.
There's one up there. How do you even get up there? Dude, I feel like my character, there's got to be a way for him to like, go up a staircase, right? Like, I just think I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm holding shift. That's why he can't. Like, to walk? No. How do you get up a staircase in this game? What is this? What is this staircase made out of that I can't get up it? What is going on? Like, literally, there's no way up it. Oh, big fella's here. I'm dead. Oh, yep, I'm dead. Nope, he didn't catch me.
Oh, got you.
Oh my gosh. All right, I thought for sure I was toasted. All right, let's go back down. Oh my god, I got stuck on the staircase for a second. Oh, here he is. That's why. Hello, take these. Good. You may leave now, Harry. Okay, move, old man. I can't even leave. He's coming down the staircase. How do I leave? Let me go. He's got me trapped in here. Oh, there we go. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so that was pretty simple. Oh, nice. We're in the courtyard now. Ooh, that was another. One of my favorite Harry Potter movies was the one with Robert Pattinson.
I don't know what those.
Okay, where they had like those games that they had to do. That was so cool. Dobby has brought what Harry Potter has asked him for.
Dobby.
Dobby needs it. Left the Malfoys. Life's been rough to Dobby. Oh, he actually left the Malfoys. Dobby needs it.
What? God.
Okay, had to do really nasty business to feed his family. Oh, okay, Dobby, come on, man.
Hey, yo.
Didn't have to do all that. Dobby knows very little, but even he understands that what Harry Potter has asked him for could get him into real trouble. Dobby needs it. Harry Potter, sir. You do not understand.
You do.
What exactly am I going to ask this guy to grab for me? Now listen up, man. I'll only keep shut if you do me a favor in return. Dobby needs it, Harry Potter, sir. You do not understand. Bring Dobby at least 7 of his medicine, and Dobby will give Harry Potter, sir, what he desires. Dobby needs it. Okay, you don't understand. Okay, got it. Okay, so I gotta bring you what you desire. What exactly is that though? What do you want from me? He's not gonna tell me. Oh no, not the big fella again. Oh crap. All right, we're fine. I think I have to collect this. Yep. Okay. Syringes. Wait a minute, Dobby. What are you up to, buddy? Do you need help?
Hey yo.
What are you collecting syringes for, buddy? I don't know if this is. I don't know if I should give you these, to be honest. I mean, come on, Dobby. You don't need these. I don't know what he's using these for, but there's
Where's
a
Blinky
wide
go?
variety of uses
I think
for these,
I think
and
they
I
had
don't
to
like
go.
any of them.
Huh?
Okay,
Huh?
hold on. We got 5 right
I
here.
think they
I'm gonna have
left.
to just dodge around him real quick.
Might have had to
Can I
go.
not cast an Alakazam on him, please? Wait,
Oh.
an Alakazam is a Pokemon. Abracadabra. Whatever. Just cast something on him, dude.
Yeah, what's the turn
Okay, here we
on?
go. There's the last. Okay, I see both of them. They're split up, though. I'm going to go for this one first. We're just going to go over here. Give me this real quick. Thank you. No. Okay. No. Now. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, let me go down. Oh, wait, there's another one over here. Okay,
I remember
so, yeah,
watching
they
this
give you, like,
video.
an abundance of everything. Like, there's a lot of them. Abundance of everything. Oh, boy, here he comes. All right, watch these moves. Watch these moves. Goodbye, fella. Goodbye, fella.
You him again?
I'm gonna go speak to Dobby now. Please do not attack me from behind while I'm doing this, or I will throw a syringe right at your left big toe. All right, here we go. You are too kind, Harry Potter, sir. Is he still? Okay, I don't know if he is. Come on, hurry. I don't know if he's back there or not. Here are the keys to the Slytherin dungeons Harry Potter has requested. Ooh. You are too kind, Harry Potter, sir. Okay, cool.
Actually,
wait,
okay,
yeah, okay, so I got the keys. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's probably over there, right? That staircase. But let me try this gate over here, just to be on the safe side. Okay, no, it's definitely down that. Oh, or it could be over here, actually.
I changed the cool background.
No, yeah, that's not the right way to go. If I can speak properly. All right, so that's definitely not it. I think it's down here because it says dungeon.
That's actually
Slytherin
something.
dungeon. So you'd assume it's down this staircase right here. So let's go ahead and head down here and have a little look around. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's got a green light on it. Of course, this is it.
Yeah.
Local Air Force Base in Florida Dade has an available helicopter. Let's go.
What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
What's happening here? Oh, I can jump. Oh, no, dude. This is like a Roblox obby. Oh, my God. Am I going to die? Oh, okay. It's right up here in front of me. Perfect. All right, I need another one. Okay, what is that white thing through the wall? Is that a syringe? Dude, is Dobby down here already? Dobby, what are you doing down here with those syringes? Come on, we can make this.
Wait.
Fine.
Do we have the same characters?
Swellingly.
Maybe.
Is that a word? Swellingly?
I mean, mine are more pink.
I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay, I think we just have to get there. Oh my God. It's like I'm like an astronaut or something. I'm a wizard.
Please ask me to call them back.
Sure, with how I'm jumping right now. I'm in space. Oh my God. Will I make this? Well. Okay. We are out of here, baby. Wait, I thought I saw another thing up here. What am I? Go up. Come on. Come on. Get up there. Get up there, fella. Oh, I can go that way, but what's in here? Oh, I don't think I can do anything in here, unfortunately. No. All right, let's continue down the path that they have set out for us right here.
Wait, I'm too drunk to die.
Wait, what? Okay, oh, I gotta jump on this. Oh boy. All right, this is a little risky here. I gotta get like up on this.
Do you want me to add you keep back or just leave them at the cook?
What's that called? Like, how is it like you and us?
Where am I
you
going,
and I.
by the way? Is there like, oh, I'm going over here. Oh, there's a door right there. Okay, I see where I'm going now. I was like, I don't know where I'm jumping to. Uh-oh. I heard something like appear. Thing, but we're out of here, baby.
Would be coming back. Like they accidentally left call. They had to call me back.
Into it, I guess. Oh,
They disconnected. My Wi-Fi freaked out for a second, but I'm okay. I'm just really drunk to myself. This is what I was saying.
Alright, how do I do this then?
And the
It doesn't see. Oh my gosh. Okay, why is there so many of them down here? I really don't need to use some of these. Oh, please don't hit the ceiling. Okay.
No.
Wait. Am I supposed to
spinning
jump to
the
this?
abstract.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to jump to that and I just fall to my death or something. Wait, what? Kill.
Yeah, it's really funny. You should do this and you should get drunk and do.
What's going on here, fellas? What the heck is that thing? Okay, wait, am I supposed to...
Ooh, rip Tim Tim.
Kill you guys, right? You guys seem
What happened to Tim Tim?
Alright, abracadabra.
He said it said they're not wide enough to go through the barrier. That's wild.
Damn. It was in my bus breakdown the other day. We were 2 hours late to class and we just went home because our bus was so late.
This is a chain that I was not expecting to happen. A chain event that was very unexpected.
And if the bus is over an hour late, we've missed like an hour and a half of class. Maybe we only have about 15 minutes left of class and so we go over 15 minutes. So we went home.
One more. Uh-oh. The last guy I think is a boss. Finish your opponent. It's Malfoy. At least I think that's... Oh. I think that's him. I can't really tell. He's so pixelated. Oh, escape PS1 Hagrid. Being found guilty of negligent...
Okay, I'm sharing my screen for this. This is fucking funny.
No, please don't share your screen, please.
Okay.
Okay, and okay.
I'm too
Harry is
drunk.
forced to leave Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry for good. Using Mr. Weasley's Ford, Angela, he has ever since been on the run from the Ministry, living his life as an outcast.
Yeah, it does suck,
Press any key to continue. Dang, so now my name is the name that should never be said. Wow, we escape PS1 Hagrid. That was pretty sweet, dude. That was pretty sweet. So wait, what's in? Oh, my mouse is gone, so I can't. I wanted to click the more button, but it my mouse just disappeared. What? I can't even exit the game without. I have to like. Okay, I had to close it out a whole different way, but that was not what I was expecting. I want to just see what the more button does. I just got to know what's in there. Does it have an extras menu like a FNAF game, or what's going on with that? Okay, so here we go. We're back in. Great soundtrack. All right, more. Oh, okay. It just brings you to his other. Oh, he has other games. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Bro, can you tell if you can?
I wonder if that's like an actual. Yeah, it looks like an
Can you
actual
tell
game.
them why? Because I swear to God, if they keep trying to text us I'm drunk, this isn't going well. Because they can't understand what I'm saying. I'm too drunk, and they're gonna piss me off in a minute.
Wait, tell them what?
Why we disconnected from cool?
I did. Floofy's Wi-Fi is like kind of freaked out, which is why they disconnected. So they called me back.
Thank you. Fuck you.
Difficulty that must not be named. What exactly happens here? Is anything different, or is it the same thing? Because I don't see how it could be harder than. Because what was difficult about that one besides Hagrid? Really, he was the only guy that was like.
Marvin, welcome in.
That, could cause any real threat to us. But let's see what happens here. All right, guys, here we go. I was just released to do my duty of collecting green bottles. Now, obviously, we're on the hardest difficulty, so I'm curious as to what's going to happen. Is there going to be less green bottles? Is he going to be, like, really fast to where, like, you can't even escape him? Or what's going to happen here? I'm kind of excited, though, because we didn't even lose last time, so I feel like we got to lose before I end the video, All right, 3 out of 15 already, though. Watch I beat this on the hardest difficulty. It could just be a huge troll, though, where it just says that's hard difficulty, but it's actually the same. Like, no matter what difficulty you're on, the game is always the same difficulty. But I don't know, dude, because there is a lot of difficulties to select from. So I guess we'll find out. If he seems easy here, then we'll just kind of end the video here. But if he, he's moving it. I think he's moving faster, dude. Look at that. He's moving faster. He is. He's moving faster. Oh my gosh, he actually does move faster. But I'm still faster than him. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's because he didn't see me or where'd he go? Oh my God, he's hiding. What? Why is he moving like that? He's moving funny. I don't know. He's not moving like naturally. He's moving really. Oh my God, what is he moving like that for? Oh my God. Oh, why is he? I'm so confused. He's like a raging bull.
He's no clipping too long.
Just like
He's no clipping.
Across. Oh my God. He doesn't seem to actually want me though, right? Look at him. Yeah, he has really no interest in me. He's kind of. I might be dead here. I might be. Give me it. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, he's literally like a raging bull. You just gotta like dodge him. But I think he is moving faster, just not like crazy fast. Okay, no. He's actually easier on this move. Am I wrong to say that? He seems like he's. Oh my God, no. Okay, unless that happens. But he's definitely like easier as long as you're not like in a straight line like this. Oh my God, give me that. Okay, I'm at 11 out of 15. Like, yeah, this was harder before. Now he's just like a bull that just races around trying to hit you randomly. Oh, what's in here? Didn't actually go in this room. Give me this. Okay. Wait. Yeah, I hear something in here. It'd be kind of cool if there's just like a hidden monster in here. Oh, crap. I got to be careful here because... Oh, yep, that... I'm going to try this. Oh,
juked him.
All right, we're fine. See, the fact that he just like...
Have a nice night, Yuki.
...walls and random things is what makes him like not that bad to go up against. If he didn't do that, then he would be really difficult. Oh my God, he's coming this way. Oh no, this is... Oh my gosh. No, I'm stuck. Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, we're good. I'm out of here, baby. Oh my God. There he goes. Oh man. Ah, no, I'm dead. I'm going for it. Ooh. Okay, we're going up.
Why is it so dark?
See you later, big fella. I'm gone. Here, take these quick before the bowl comes. Take it. Good. Now, okay, I can leave now. All right, I'm gonna go up here because I think they'll automatically teleport me out no matter what, as long as I'm just like over here. But I don't really think there's any other difference to beating this though, to be honest. I think it's just, he's like, a lot faster and he's harder to dodge, but that's kind of it. Well, let's see what he does when he's out here. I think it's going to be the same thing if I had to take a guess. All right, Dobby, come on. Let's speak to you. Does he just... Yeah, he just appears behind us, which I guess makes sense because we just kind of walk out the front of the building and he can just walk out right behind us. We don't even bother to lock it or anything. We're just like, no, we're good. All right, let's just get him to jump scare us here because, honestly, I don't think we'll get anything crazy for beating it like this. So, all right, yes, I'll get your syringes, bro. Just come on. So, yes, I got it. Okay, is he coming now? I think it's time for him to spawn in because he's not giving us any other dialogue options here. Okay, no, he just says Dobby needs it. What? Did I break the game? Dobby needs it, Harry Potter, sir. Yes, you do not understand. Okay, I get it. There we go. Oh, I had to walk over here for some reason. Okay, I got it. I will do what you say. All right, guys, here we go. Okay, so here comes.
Don't close your eyes when you're so drunk that when you close your eyes it starts feeling you falling.
Okay, we're fine. Yeah, so he's the same thing, kinda. He's not exactly any more difficult. I feel like this is honestly easier. It's honestly easier. Like, obviously, I'll get caught here because, yeah, I stood right in front of him. But, oh, and if you die, oh, okay, so, yeah, you just get put right back here. Okay. So, yeah, it's just more of, like, a fun thing, you know?
I'm dizzy as shit, man.
But wait, is he gone now for good?
Huh?
Oh, if you get attacked, I don't think he comes back.
I sound dizzy as shit.
He just wants to attack you one singular time, and then he's just like, all right, that's enough for me tonight. I'm done here. All right, guys. Well, that was the Harry Potter PlayStation 1 horror game. Overall, pretty fun, and definitely a lot of work was put into this. And I like what we're playing. Oh, he's back! He's back! There he goes. And, he's pretending like I don't even exist. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one, though. Thank you guys so much.
All right. And continue watching this.
Flight. On July the 5th, 1983, while undergoing a maintenance check in Edmonton, the fuel gauges had suddenly gone blank, meaning that the display, which normally showed the contents of the 767's 3 fuel tanks, suddenly couldn't be used. Now, each gauge would normally show the weight of fuel in the left, center and right tanks, using data gathered from dozens of sensors inside of each tank, routed to a central processor, which then converted those readings into useful information. And that data flowed along 2 redundant electronic paths, known as Channel 1 and Channel 2, either one of which could run the whole system alone. So in theory, no single failure should ever cause a total blackout of the gauges, yet that was now exactly what had happened. It later turned out that the underlying failure was deceptively simple. Inside the fuel quantity processor, a small solder joint connecting an induction coil to its terminal block on channel 2 had started to break down. And that single weak connection disrupted the power flow to the logic circuit, which was the part of the computer meant to recognize faults, store error codes, and automatically switch control over to the healthy channel 1. Because of that design flaw, the system never completed the automatic transfer. Instead, it stayed locked on to the bad channel, even though the other one was perfectly fine, and the gauges therefore went dark. In Edmonton, one of the technicians eventually discovered a way around this. He pulled the circuit breakers for both channels and then reset the breaker for channel 1 only. Doing that forced the processor to reboot on the good side and brought the fuel displays back to life again, effectively forcing the computer to perform the changeover that it was supposed to have made automatically. Now, the technician knew that the processor still needed to be replaced, but unfortunately no spare units were available. In fact, Air Canada's sole spare fuel quantity processor was at that time overseas, participating in a manufacturer test program. And when it had been recalled, it arrived defective and therefore had to be sent back for repair, meaning that the whole fleet was effectively without a backup. So, following the airline's minimum equipment list, or MEL, the technician tagged the Channel 2 breaker with a yellow band, placed a C logbook placard above the gauges, and then logged his work, with a note in the logbook showing where in the MEL the conditions were written for how to operate the plane with this system fault. You see, the MEL, which is always kept on board, shows exactly what system must work for dispatch and what extra steps are required if something doesn't. And under this item, the airplane could still fly with one FQIA.
Give me a second, I need to go to the bathroom. Hello, go. Welcome in. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom quick.
Channel inoperative, provided that the fuel gauges still displayed fuel and that a manual dripstick check of the fuel load was performed to replace the lost redundancy.
Of course, yeah, I need
the
to do
logbook
that.
note also said that this MEL allowance applied until a replacement processor was installed. The following morning, that same technician was still on duty when the new crew arrived, so he briefed the captain about the situation, explaining that Channel 2 was out and that the system was running normally on Channel 1. The aircraft then continued to operate under this condition, but on July the 14th, near the end of a flight over to San Francisco, the gauges then went blank again. The crew landed safely and called for maintenance to come and look at the problem, and they ended up removing the processor for bench testing, during which it started working fine again. So with no active fault to diagnose, the technicians just reinstalled it and deferred further action, with the aircraft returning to service that same day, seemingly fixed. That was a decision that was fully logical at the time, but one that also allowed this intermittent fault to continue to lurk in the background. The airplane then flew on to Ottawa and Montreal that same day without any further indication of any kind of trouble, but obviously with each stop still requiring a manual dripstick check, as I mentioned before. So
yeah, I can get a bit
what was that then? Well, a dripstick check is actually quite a time-consuming procedure where little panels on the underside of the wings have to be opened to allow a little measuring stick to drop down. That stick is then connected to a float inside of the tank, which gives a direct measurement of the fuel depth in centimeters at that location in the tank. These measurements are then combined and converted into liters and then into kilograms using specific density charts. And this whole procedure normally takes a good 45 minutes to an hour to do on most air.
I bet. Give me a second. Also, welcome in, Jed. Good
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you.
And just a guy on Twitch, welcome in.
World of mystery and illusion. So without further ado, please put your hands together for the great Oliver Wolf.
Okay. What are you doing?
Good evening, and welcome to the most fantastic show on earth. It has been my dream to wow an audience with my magic.
Alright, sure, buddy.
Tonight you will be amazed. So let's begin!
Okay. We're gonna do the white claws. Okay, an apple. I guess it's not gonna come out. Yep.
For my next trick, I will need a volunteer. Let's see who's up for the challenge. Me! Ah, yes, you. Please, come up, right this way.
Alright. Okay, picking the card. I guess it's gonna be like only your card facing up, while all the others are facing down, kind of thing. Okay. Okay, that's just skill. Like, I just like that's not really any mind, it's skill. Okay. Okay, she's moved out of camera shot, okay. That's not that special. I know. Alright. Guessing this is after the show.
What?
I'm not very good at versing, mate. do now.
Oliver, there were 75 people out there, and it's less and less every week. I can't keep doing it like this. I have a child at home. I have bills that have to be paid.
Okay, we don't really
Are you
care.
even listening to me? This is why we don't make any money, because you can't focus on the bigger picture. Listen, I know you have these big pipe dreams, but you need to wake up and find us something that'll actually make us some money.
Look, I'm sorry. I just need more time to figure it out. I'll make it up to you. Where's that bow tie?
Bro.
Your son's birthday's coming up, right? What if I bought him a cake or something? Hello?
That requires money, mate. And like she just said, you're struggling with money, so not a very good idea, mate.
Where'd she go? Hey, did you see Caroline walk out here?
She just walked back there. You not see her?
I just did.
What? Huh? Why is that ominous music playing? AOG?
I know exactly how you did that trick. It was stupid.
Can't believe I paid money to come and see this.
Nah.
We're poor, Ollie. You're a failure, and you dragged everyone along with you.
I'm sorry.
We told you, Ollie. This was a stupid dream that wasn't going anywhere.
Of course, my son couldn't be a doctor or a lawyer. Joe's magic. The one thing that's not real.
Nah. They didn't dirty.
So without further ado, please put your hands together for the great Oliver Wolf.
Okay. I will. Okay. Alright, honestly, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot. Buckle up, everyone. Honest review. Characters. Number 1, Oliver Wim seems like an awesome magic man, with capabilities quite to run the most fantastic show on Earth. One such capability is the ability to perfectly catch cards while they are falling, but he's kind of stupid for not being able to find his tie. I'd give him a high five if I could. Number 2, crowd. The crowd is too amazed at Oliver Wim's magic tricks. Isn't it Oliver Wolf, not Oliver Wim? They were cool, but they weren't as good. As the crowd makes them seem to be. Number 3, Loud Girl. She's a little louder, not as bad as the next person on the list. Number 4, Wim shit person. I have a lot to say about Wim shit person. Number 1, I don't like his shit. It's J of Wim on it. What? He's holding a microphone stand, but microphone stand's killed my. No offense, but that doesn't really have anything to do with this. Gives a go, Oliver Wolf. There you go, now you got it right. An attitude, making Wham Shit Man quite a rude and disrespectful character. 4, I don't like the way he stands with at least half of his body outside the frame. 5, I can't see his eyes. 6, I don't like the shark tooth he is wearing, which to be specific is a tooth from a great white shark. Likely purchased between the years 2022 and 2021. Why did he put it that way, not 2021, 2022? For a high price, from what I can see. There are quite a few places he could have got it from, but I don't feel like doing research. That is so real. So, number 7, the way he's holding the mic, for instance, slightly covers an American flag, and I find that very anti-patriotic. What? Fuck off. Hey, he doesn't have enough facial hair in this video. Okay, I don't have a lot of facial hair. That doesn't really matter. Number 9, his breathing is too audible in the microphone. Okay, fine. Number 10. I don't like the way his body is performing cellular. The fuck? Yo, what the fuck? In conclusion, Wormship Man is almost as horrible as that one guy from the spaghetti western. Bro's hating on him for no reason. Yes, these are less reasons, but none of them are actually like valid in my opinion. Number 5, Lying Woman. Lying Woman acted so surprised by the trick made by Oliver Wolf near the beginning of the film. Yet claims she knows exactly how Oliver Wolf, did that trick, even though you can clearly tell she had no clue early on. Number 6, Poor Person. I couldn't decipher the gender. I don't appreciate how they can watch the most fantastic show on earth and then question why they paid money for it. I find it very disrespectful to Oliver Wolf, and I hope they learn better. Lighting. Number 1, mediocre. Number 2, still mediocre. Number 3, were you expecting things to change? Still mediocre. Number 4, I'm happy it was dark and the scene with Wormship Man. Plot. Number 1, pretty good. Number 2, could have been better if you placed Wormship Man out of view and far from the microphone. So when he just walks out here, we don't see him. Music. Number 1, bad. 2, I hate to say, but Wormship Man probably could have chosen better music. Editing. Number 1, it was alright. I don't have much to say. Camera work. Number 1, pretty good. Could have done better quality. As someone watching the video 140p, I feel like it should have looked better. You're watching it 140p. What the fuck do you expect? Number 2, I'm disappointed with the camera work at 340 because they changed the angle just a little bit. Wormship Man could have been an off-screen man. Conclusion, Oliver Wolf is the GOAT. Wormship Man sucks. Okay.
Aircraft, so this must have been quite a nuisance for everyone involved. Now, when I'm creating these videos, I am constantly reminded that aviation is full of complex calculations, systems and engineering, many of which require a fundamental understanding of things like maths and physics, as you will soon see. That's sense and probably the structure of this. Now, if you wait, this scan description below. Thank you for learning for free and use my link to get the most out of it. Thank you, Brilliant. Now let's get back to how the crew felt about that dripstick check. So this must have been quite a nuisance for everyone involved. Anyway, every time that this was done, the measured and calculated fuel figures matched the fuel gauges in the cockpit, so the aircraft could continue to operate. 9 days later, on July the 23rd in Edmonton, this defect then appeared again during a service check in the morning before the first flight was due. This time, the same technician that had come up with a solution last time carefully repeated.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it.
Just Eggy on Twitch Boy 123 just became a Kit Kat.
And the gauges soon came back on, confirming that the failure was still in channel 2. So he tagged that breaker out of service and recorded a fresh techlog entry, citing the same MEL provisions as before. But it is really super important to point out here that this provision in the MEL still maintained redundancy and absolutely did not allow a total loss of fuel indication in the cockpit. If that would happen, the aircraft would be grounded as no indication would be available for the pilots during flight. Anyway, once it was done, the engineer spoke to the outgoing crew and explained the issue. But a small misunderstanding now happened when the new captain heard that the engineer had worked on this problem before. You see, hearing that, the captain assumed that the aircraft had been operating with this fault also during the previous day, which was not the case. Now, for the coming 2 flights, that would not really matter, but it later would. The morning pilots then read through the MEL, verified that the gauges were working and that the dripstick test had been done, and then happily flew the west to east flight over to Montreal without any further incident. Its gauges still working perfectly using channel 1. But after the shutdown at Dorval Airport and before the next crew would arrive for the afternoon shift, another avionics technician decided to dig a bit deeper into the issue, hoping to verify the first technician's diagnosis. So, alone in the cockpit, he re-engaged the tagged channel 2 breaker to power up both sides of the system at once, and when he did so, the gauges immediately went blank again. He then confirmed the fault via something known as a BITE, built-in test equipment test, which is an internal self-test circuit handled from the FMC, and he finished by entering his findings into the logbook. But before he could reset the circuit breakers in the same way that he had found them, he was called away to assist with the manual dripstick test, which meant that the original fault stayed in and the fuel gauges therefore stayed blank. Now the logbook entries clearly described the situation, but the details of which circuit breaker had been left in or out were buried several pages back. And crucially, another thing that was also left out was exactly what the circuit breaker fix was trying to do. So with this, the stage was now set for a cascade of small further misunderstandings and errors. But I really want to emphasize here that this should not normally have been a problem. The MEL clearly stated that the aircraft was not allowed to dispatch with blank fuel gauges. So for that to happen, and for things to become truly dangerous, several other things also now had to fall in place. And they were soon about to. That afternoon, the airplane was assigned to operate as Air Canada Flight 143, routing from Montreal to Ottawa and then onwards to Edmonton. The crew scheduled to do this actually met the morning crew casually outside of the terminal in the parking lot and started discussing the aircraft status. This was a kind of impromptu and informal handoff, but one that would soon prove fateful. Without the logbook or the MEL in front of them, the outgoing pilots mentioned that the airplane had experienced a fuel gauge problem that required manual checking of the tanks, and they also noted that it had been flying in that condition since the previous day, with everything going smoothly. Now that brief exchange, spoken from memory after a long day of duty, was factually quite correct, except it hadn't been flying with the problem that long and lacked a bit of detail. But since the outgoing captain had mentioned issues with the fuel gauges, the new pilots now walked away with the incorrect belief that the fuel gauges had been completely inoperative for at least 2 days. And also that this had been cleared by maintenance and operations. Now, as we all know, that wasn't really the case, but an assumption can be a very powerful thing. I should also mention here that in this airline at the time, there existed a lingering belief that the maintenance headquarters, known as Maintenance Central, had the ability to override parts of the MEL using a sort of master MEL that could be used in special situations. Now that wasn't actually true, but years earlier, before the MEL became legally binding, such exceptions had indeed been made from time to time. And those stories had stuck around, with many crews still believing that higher approval, maybe directly from the aircraft manufacturer, could make an aircraft legal, even if the aircraft's MEL said that it couldn't. So in this case, when these new pilots now boarded the plane, their expectations were instantly confirmed. The 3 fuel quantity indicators were indeed blank, and in their minds that had been okay for the last few days, so it should be okay for them as well. The placard above the gauges and the MEL reference in the logbook actually reinforced that belief, since at a glance it seemed to confirm that the gauges were inoperative, but in reality that note was referring to the faulty channel. And what they obviously had no idea about was that a technician had just accidentally powered both channels up, knocking the system out entirely and changing the situation from what the previous crew had had. So from the perspective of this flight crew, the paperwork matched what they expected. The gauges were blank, the appropriate section of the MEL was cited, and when the captain read through the MEL and queried the local technician about the discrepancy around the fuel gauges, he just said that the aircraft was okay to fly, likely based on its previous status, which the captain accepted, thinking that the Maintenance Central knew more than he did. Today, the rules in these situations are crystal clear. If a system is inoperative and the MEL says that it's required for dispatch, no pilot will accept it. But like I said, these rules were likely a bit more fussy back then. Now, what I, as an active pilot, just cannot understand though is how a captain could accept an aircraft without any in-flight fuel indication at all. I mean, checking the fuel on the ground is okay, but what if a fuel leak or an imbalance would then develop in the air? Without any type of indication, that would be impossible to diagnose. In any case, the captain did also spot the colored circuit breaker mentioned in the tech log, but missed that it hadn't been pulled. And in any case, he likely assumed that it was for the fuel gauges and therefore was doing what it was supposed to. So at this point, you can see how these pilots accepted the blank fuel gauges, but it hadn't become truly dangerous yet. That came when they sat down and reviewed their fuel planning. In order to try and avoid another refueling in Ottawa, they decided to uplift enough fuel to carry them through both the leg over to Ottawa and then onwards to Edmonton. To do that, they calculated that they needed 22,300 kilograms of fuel, and to make sure that they had that, they first had to determine how much fuel they already had on board and then uplift the difference. Since the gauges were blank, the only way to know how much they had was by doing that dripstick test. But that test result then had to be converted from centimeters on the stick into liters and then into kilos. Below them, two ground engineers had soon completed the drip check, recording 64 centimeters in the left tank and 62 centimeters in the right. So, by consulting the conversion tables, they determined that this corresponded to 3,924 liters and 3,758 liters, respectively, which meant that the plane had 7,682 liters in total on board. But that was liters, so they now needed to verify how much that was in kilos in order to adhere to the flight plan. Now, it might surprise some of you to hear me talking about centimeters and liters, since aviation back then tended to use US units, especially in North America. But these Boeing 767s were a little bit unique to the Air Canada fleet. You see, the 767 was the first new model to enter service since Canada had begun its official transition over to the metric system. And the government had pushed for metric instrumentation wherever international standards would allow it, which obviously included the country's flag carrier, which was still owned by the state back in 1983. In practice, though, this conversion into metric was inconsistent. On the 767, the fuel gauges, manuals and dripsticks were calibrated in kilograms, liters and centimeters, but almost everything else, like altitude, range and speed, remained in feet, nautical miles and knots, just like any other Western airliner. Normally, none of this mattered, because the airplane's computers automatically showed kilograms on the gauges, making manual fuel conversions rare and only really needed when the automatic system failed. But that was obviously now the case. Now, during the transition onto the metric system, Air Canada had also created an unfortunate knowledge gap. No one had been trained to actually do these manual conversions, and it wasn't clear whether that task belonged to the flight crews or to maintenance. So back at this aircraft, one of the ground engineers asked the fueler on duty for the proper conversion factor from liters over to kilos, and the fueler just checked on his chart and replied 1.77. But that factor, 1.77, was actually the conversion factor from liters of Jet A1 fuel into pounds, not kilograms.
What?
And since no one knew how to do this correctly, that fact was never noticed. 1.77 had come from the fueler's own density reference card, which was a laminated slip used for the rest of Air Canada's fleet, where fuel quantities were still recorded in pounds. The correct factor should have been 0.8 kilos per liter, meaning an almost 50% difference. Now, as crazy as this sounds, this was a quite understandable mistake. The 767's measurement in kilograms was an oddity in the fleet, and the fueler's job here was not to understand the intricacies of every plane's fuel system, it was just to put in exactly as much fuel as the crew requested.
All right.
So unaware of this trap, the ground engineers now multiplied by hand 7,682 liters by 1.77, arriving at 13,597 kilograms of fuel on board.
Wait.
But if they would have used the...
What do you mean? Like, are you in a school bus route and like a Roblox game?
Correct conversion, they would have arrived at the correct figure of about 6,160 kilograms instead. The pilots eventually confirmed the result with their own sums and the use of a slide ruler, and then subtracted the result from their target of 22,300 kilos. So by their reckoning, they needed to add another 8,703 kilos of fuel to cover the two coming flights. And in order to change that back into liters for the fueler, they then converted that figure using the same incorrect constant. 8,703 divided by 1.77 equals 4,916 liters. So after rounding that up, they ordered 5,000 liters of additional fuel. In reality, they actually needed 20,200 liters, but because they had now mixed pounds and kilograms, the numbers seemed entirely plausible. And since they probably weren't that used to metric units, the figure didn't stand out to them as absurd either. The absurdity would have been caught if the fuel gauges were working, but remember, they were still blank. All of this meant that when the fueling was complete, the airplane had about 10,146 kilos of fuel in its tanks instead of the required 22,300 kilos. And ironically, the number 10,146 kilos is almost exactly 22,300 pounds, forming a perfect numerical coincidence that possibly further disguised this error. The pilots now, again, reviewed their paperwork and everything looked completely normal. The MAL reference appeared in the log, the required drip test had been completed, and everything matched their expectations, including the still blank gauges. From a procedural standpoint, the airplane was in the captain's eyes legal to fly, since he felt that he had checked this with Maintenance Central and thought that they had confirmed it, even though that was obviously not the case. But you can clearly here see how confirmation bias once again creeps in, how insidious it can really be. This captain was a seasoned pro who would never have accepted the aircraft if he actually thought that it wasn't legal to fly. But his and his colleagues' assumptions, together with a lack of knowledge of the metric system and that small fault in the number 2 fuel meter channel, had now been combined into something truly monstrous. At noon local time, Air Canada Flight 143 then pushed back from Gate 47 at Montreal Dorval Airport.
Watching a video about Air
the
Canada
brand new Boeing 767 gleaming.
Don't wait, everyone survives. No one dies.
In red and white soon taxied out under the bright summer skies.
Well,
and to anyone watching, this looked like just another routine departure of Air Canada's newest jetliner. The aircraft soon lined up and began its takeoff roll with all systems showing completely normal values. The fuel value in the FMC must have been entered manually and was therefore ticking down from a faulty start value. The flight over to Ottawa then went off without a single problem. A barely half an hour long domestic leg meant to pick up some more passengers before starting.
I know, this is all like already to me well-known information because I'm a huge aviation nerd. So, yeah, don't worry, I know what all this means, even though you probably don't, no offense.
The longer westbound flight over to Edmonton. Once parked at the gate in Ottawa, the airplane then went through its usual turnaround. Some passengers got off, others boarded, and the crew prepared for the coming sector across the prairies. Now, because the gauges were still blank, another manual dripstick check was required before departure, and out on the ramp, the procedure now played out exactly as it had before. The engineers pulled out the measuring sticks, read the fuel depths, and then used the same tables to convert them over to liters. And that was then followed by the crucial step of turning those liters into kilograms, likely the last chance to catch that previous mistake. But instead, the same error was now repeated, using the same erroneous conversion factor. This finally verified to all involved that the aircraft already had more than enough fuel to reach Edmonton, so no refueling was required. Now, along the way, one of them could have done some simple reasoning and realized the problem here. A single liter of water weighs 1 kilogram, and jet fuel is actually a little bit less dense than water, so a liter of fuel weighing nearly 2 kilograms made no sense. But no one made that connection. This meant that at 1900 local time, Air Canada Flight 143 taxied out from the Ottawa apron.
For these, yes, we do use 24-hour time.
Into the warm evening light.
Wait, so 1900, that'll be 7 p.m.
The big twin jet then started accelerating.
Bit light
and
up
soon
for 7
lifted
p.m. not gonna
easily
lie.
into the sky, climbing westwards towards Manitoba, with the captain as pilot flying and the first officer as pilot monitoring. The climb was uneventful, and the crew soon settled into cruise, chatting with an Air Canada engineer who happened to be on board and comparing notes with him about the new 767's technical systems. Behind them, the passengers relaxed, happily unaware that the airplane's fuel supply was now less than half of what it should have been, and slowly running out.
Yep.
But for now, the aircraft continued pulling forward through the thin air at 41,000 feet. Ahead and below them lay more than 1,000 miles of empty Canadian plains, rivers and lakes, forming some of the most beautiful landscapes on Earth. In the cockpit, the two pilots continued their discussion with the engineer until suddenly a warning light activated above the left engine display saying low fuel pressure. The horrific underlying meaning of that light was likely instantly obvious. With no fuel gauges and a long chain of manual fuel calculations behind them, the most likely explanation was the one that no pilot wants to hear. Somewhere, something had gone wrong and they were now running out of fuel. The crew had discussed diversions options earlier, as we tend to do during cruise in case something would happen, and now, with one engine about to fail, the decision came instantly. They needed to first descend and then likely diverge towards Winnipeg, which at this time was about 120 nautical miles away. The first officer requested a diversion from air traffic control, which was approved, and then they also received a clearance to descend down to flight level 350, or 35,000 feet. Maybe they still had enough fuel on board to make it. But only a few minutes later, as the aircraft started leveling off, this hope was quashed when the left engine finally ran out of fuel and failed. At this point, the aircraft was still about 65 miles away from Winnipeg, and before the crew had time to discuss a drift down procedure or even run through the engine failure checklist, the right engine also flamed out. Everything now immediately became eerily quiet. The only thing that could be heard was the wind swishing past the windscreen, and in the cabin behind them, it would have become even quieter, with the emergency lighting suddenly activating. Without any kind of propulsion, Flight 143 was now subject to the laws of physics alone, which at this time represented a nearly unprecedented emergency. You see, back in 1983, no prescribed procedure for flying and landing without engines even existed. The idea of a dual-engine failure on a wide-body jet was so outside the realm of imagination that no one had even come up with a checklist for what to do. Without the engines turning, there was nothing powering the generators either, and the APU generator in the back of the aircraft was equally useless since it relied on the same fuel supply as the engines did. So all that initially remained for the pilots to work with were a few basic analog backups, like an attitude indicator, an altimeter, an airspeed indicator, a magnetic compass and a radio, which were running off the onboard battery. But the situation would have been even worse if it weren't for the existence of the ram air turbine, or RAT. That's a small backup device that exists precisely for situations like this. It's basically a small propeller that, when certain activation criteria are met, automatically drops down into the airstream. And once activated, it generates enough power to keep the hydraulic pumps running. And without it, the pilots of Flight 143 would not have even been able to move the 767's massive control surfaces.
Nah, that's wild.
But keeping the unpowered plane under control was only the first of their problems. Now, they also needed to land it. You see, an airliner without engine power will descend at a fairly constant rate once it's back to the up speed. That's the lowest speed without flaps. And that means that the descent can be calculated and controlled, but the much more difficult part is nailing what we call a dead stick landing in the right place. You will obviously only get one shot at the approach, and because your range is constantly narrowing, pilots have to make a smart decision about the landing site relatively quickly, and then leave themselves sufficient time to line up with the runway without inadvertently committing to a destination that is too far away. In fact, when we practice this in the simulator, most people end up a bit too high, just because they don't want to come up short, but that then comes with a whole host of other problems, as we will soon see. In a dual engine failure scenario today, we also have to do memory items, meaning critical items that needs to be done from memory to try and get at least one engine started again. But of course, in this case, that would not have been possible, because there was no fuel left. At the time, there had not been a lot of examples of crews facing a dual engine flameout that had successfully landed. Southern Airways Flight 242, for instance, had lost both engines in a hailstorm over Georgia back in 1977 and had then been forced to land on a highway after the pilots spent too long heading for an airport that was out of range. and that resulted in a tragic accident killing 72 people. Pan International 112 also lost both engines immediately after takeoff and was forced onto a similar situation. The pilots attempted to land on the Autobahn, but the plane then slid into a bridge and broke apart, killing 22 of the passengers on board.
I mean, to be fair, if you're trying to land on the Autobahn, you don't really need to worry about like going highway speeds because speed limit doesn't exist.
Those examples just show that in situations like this, quick and accurate decision making is key, but even with that, things might still not work out as planned. In this case though, the flight crew had the benefit of time since they were at high altitude, and they quickly determined that they only had 2 landing sites to choose from. Looking at their glide ratio, which in most airliners would give about 3 miles per 1,000 feet of lost altitude, would in theory put Winnipeg 65 miles away within their range. And that was a full-service international airport with long runways and fire crews standing by. The second option was a former Royal Canadian Air Force base at Gimli, roughly 45 miles away near the western...
Just judging by the title of this video, try and guess which one they went to. I'll give you a hint. I'll read out the title. Out of fuel at 41,000 feet, the Gimli Glider vehicle.
...shore of Lake Winnipeg. The first officer had actually trained there years earlier and still remembered the layout. Twin runways, each about 7,200 feet or 2,100 meters long. But no one knew whether those runways at Gimli were still maintained or even open. When asked, air traffic control wasn't even able to find any records of services on that site at all. So Winnipeg was a safer bet, but also further away. The deciding factor, though, between both of these 2 alternates ultimately became distance. With no vertical speed indicator, the first officer had to start calculating their descent rate by hand. So he held a notepad on his knee, noting down their altitude each time ATC gave a new distance to Winnipeg.
Oh my god.
And using simple arithmetics, he worked out how many feet they were losing per nautical mile, and from that, how far they could still travel. And those numbers soon told a brutally honest story. With the descent rate that they were keeping, they would fall short of Winnipeg by more than 20 miles.
Damn.
Gimli, though, was within range, which finally made that choice obvious. So they informed ATC and began a gentle right turn towards the lake, scanning for the field. Far off in the horizon, they could now see Winnipeg's runways glinting in the evening sun, taunting them with a relative safety that was now just out of their reach. But knowing how pilots think, that likely didn't bother them. They would have been 100% focused on the task at hand, to get this aircraft down safely. Behind them in the cabin, the sudden silence had not gone unnoticed. The airflow still swooshed outside, the emergency lights gleamed, and the passengers exchanged worried looks with each other. A few of them actually wrote hurried notes to loved ones, others prayed, and the flight attendants moved quickly through the aisles, tightening seatbelts and giving instructions for the coming emergency landing. As the Gimli airbase finally came into view, the first thing that the pilot noticed was how small it looked. Gimli's twin runways were far shorter than those at Winnipeg, and they had no idea what conditions they were actually in. When it became clear that they would reach it, the pilots started configuring for landing as best as they could, but with no engine power, the hydraulic pumps were barely keeping up, and the ram air turbine couldn't run all of the systems by itself. For example, it couldn't power the circuits for the flaps or slats, which meant that the captain now had to plan a landing without them, meaning a much higher speed and nose attitude than normal.
Okay, even
the
though,
first officer was...
Even though I'm an aviation nerd, welcome back, Yuki. Even though I'm an aviation nerd, there's still one thing I don't really understand. If you don't have flaps... Oh wait, never mind. I remember. I figured out. It's because like flaps and slats extend the surface area of the wing, which creates drag. But
working through the checklists, therefore skipped over the flaps and went straight on to trying to lower the landing gear. But
then going to bed,
discovered a new problem. The main hydraulic system that drove the landing gear actuators was also not working. Now that doesn't surprise me at all, since most airliners use an emergency, gravity and airflow fed extension system for gear extensions in situations like this. So the first officer now quickly moved over to pull the alternate gear extension handles, releasing the uplock that held the gear in place. With a metallic thud, the main gear fell down and locked into place, and the nose gear also came down, but without enough force to lock it properly into place. But there was no more options left. It would just have to do. Up ahead, the Gimli base now grew larger, with the late evening sun glinting off the pavement, and as the aircraft started to line up with the runway, the captain realized that they were way too high. If they continued at their current glide path, they would overshoot the field entirely, but also, if they pitched down too steeply, they would gain so much speed that they'd never stop on the short available runway. So this meant that they now needed to lose altitude fast, but to do that without picking up speed, without having access to normal drag additives like flaps and spoilers. But fortunately, they did have one important thing working for them. The captain had years of glider experience under his belt, and he knew a maneuver that could do exactly what they needed: a forward slip. This is a maneuver where you introduce rudder together with opposite aileron to still keep the track, and together this will cause the body of the aircraft to hit the airstream and develop a sudden high amount of drag. This technique is often used in gliders and smaller single-engine aircraft, but never in airliners, as the weight caused by the body would go straight into the downwind engine, potentially causing compressor stalls. And on top of that, it will also cause an extra rolling motion due to the aerodynamics of the swept wings, but to a slightly smaller extent. In this case though, the engines had already died, the issues would be less severe, and the increased drag would make the jet descend steeply without accelerating. After informing the first officer of what he planned to do, the captain therefore kicked the rudder hard to the right and simultaneously rolled the ailerons left to keep the track of the aircraft down towards the runway. The huge 767 banked sharply, with the nose now more than 45 degrees off the center line. And this also meant that the passengers on the left-hand side now suddenly saw nothing but ground out through their windows, and on the right, only sky. This maneuver would have also jolted the passengers to the left in their seats, since it's not an aerodynamically coordinated maneuver, meaning it would have felt quite nasty. But in the cockpit, the altimeter now started decreasing rapidly, with the speed still under control. And with the runway now rushing up towards them, the captain soon rolled level again, guiding the nose back towards the center line. And only then did he realize that something else was off. The runway markings on the concrete in front of them didn't match what they would see on a runway. In fact, it wasn't a runway at all. You see, the decommissioned airbase had since become a motorsport park, and the strip that they were now lined up with was a drag racing track. At the far end, spectators, campers and two young boys on bicycles were all filling up the runway, but there was now nothing that the captain could do. He was committed. From the side of the people on the ground, this would have looked absolutely surreal. At first, the aircraft would have looked like just a speck in the bright July sky, maybe a glint of metal descending down towards them. But then, the contour of the enormous aircraft would have slowly started to take shape, with its wings steady, heading straight towards them, but with its engines eerily silent. So as the aircraft descended the last few hundred feet down towards the runway, the people along the far end of the drag strip began pointing towards it, with the sound of conversation fast fading as the giant aircraft swept lower, only accompanied by the rush of air around it. The main wheels soon touched.
McFan 2007 just redeemed Hydrate, but better, for 40 Kit Kat bars. McFan 2007 just redeemed Hydrate, for 20 Kit Kat bars.
Into the hydrate.
Down within what should have been the touchdown zone, and as the weight came down, the captain held the nose back for as long as possible. But eventually, it slammed down
I think
into the pavement and started dragging over the concrete with sparks flying everywhere. Spectators at the far end now scattered in all directions. Campers dove for cover, and the two boys pedaled desperately towards the side of the runway as the plane skidded towards them. Inside the cabin, the passengers braced against their seats, with the screech of the friction likely being the only thing they could hear. The captain continued to push the brakes, using every ounce of remaining hydraulic pressure to slow the airplane down, and in a stroke of luck, the collapsed nose gear likely provided some extra braking here. After 12 agonizing seconds, the giant Boeing 767 finally shredded to a stop, only a short distance away from the shocked crowd.
GG's.
For a long moment, no one moved. The air smelled of rubber and scorched metal, and the only sound was the wind rustling through the flags as hundreds of people tried to make sense of what they were seeing. A brand new wide-body jet, sitting silently tilted forward on their drag strip. Initially, no one inside of the plane quite realized that they had made it. That was until a clear voice came out over the PA saying, "This is the captain. Evacuate the aircraft."
Evacuate.
The flight attendants now leaped into action, quickly opening the doors and deploying the slides to get everyone off. And in the front and over the wings, the slides inflated normally and passengers slid to the ground in an orderly fashion. But in the back, the slides failed to reach the ground because of the plane's nose-down attitude. So passengers there quickly jumped down, some twisting their ankles as they did, and others helping each other out. Outside, people from the nearby camping grounds and race pits now rushed forward, some with fire extinguishers in hand. A small fire had started near the nose, but was quickly smothered, and within minutes, all 69 occupants of the aircraft were safely down on the ground. Against all of the odds, the brand new Boeing 767, with both engines dead, had landed safely with no fatalities and only minor injuries. An absolutely incredible feat.
69 souls on board.
When rescue crews finally arrived from Winnipeg, they found the world's newest airliner just sitting on the drag strip, its nose.
Oh, so you want to know what caused all this? You want to know what caused all this? It's kind of like it's pretty much it's comedic reason what caused all this.
Scraped flat, its red and white fuselage intact, and its crew already surrounded by disbelieving onlookers. In the aftermath, investigators quickly realized that what had happened to Flight 143 was more than just a story of pilots.
I'm gonna pause before he says it. Wait till ads end.
McFan 2007 just redeemed first for 1 Kit Kat bars.
Waiting for ads to end. Alright. Basically, I'm going to explain some layman's terms, since you're not aviation like me. What caused this? Oh, what caused it? It's very comedic, in my opinion. Because don't worry, this has been fixed a long time ago. Because this actual incident took place like the mid 1900s. Because people didn't know how to do the mass conversions, convert. People didn't know how to convert different measurements correctly. Basically, so they had to measure fuel for the plane manually because the fuel gauges and like there's like parts that like in like the cockpit there's a place where it shows like how much fuel is in each of the 3 fuel tanks in the plane. Those are inoperative because people would so they had to do it manually with a dripstick, and they had to convert it from centimeters to liters and then to kilograms. They did the conversions wrong, so they basically took off with pretty much half of the amount of fuel that they should have had. So they ran out of fuel mid-flight.
Skills and individual mistakes. It was actually a story of systems that hadn't quite caught up with the technology that they supported. The official inquiry found that no single person was to blame for what had happened. The airplane had done exactly what its logic circuits allowed, the technicians had followed the book as they understood it, and the pilots had done their best with the information in front of them. In response to this, Air Canada overhauled its technical manuals and grounded its remaining 767s until everyone was thoroughly briefed on how the new metric systems worked.
Good.
Conversions between liters, kilograms and pounds were standardized with laminated cards posted in every cockpit and fueling station, and the once casual practice of relying on fuelers' density charts was replaced with precise temperature-corrected figures printed directly from dispatch software. This incident also caused a number of technical changes. The avionics were redesigned so that a single channel failure could no longer knock out both sides of the system, and Boeing issued service bulletins requiring these upgrades to be implemented fleet-wide. For the crew though, the consequences were a bit mixed.
I don't think you can
Both pilots were initially suspended during the investigation, but they were later reinstated. And far from being disgraced, they actually then received the first ever Federación Aeronautica Internazionale Diploma for Outstanding Airmanship in 1985. Their judgment and airmanship in converting a powerless wide-body jet into a glider and then landing it without loss of life.
Not much. There's not really like from what I remember, there's like no cooldown for chat messages, maybe a few other things.
Became a case study in crew coordination and crisis management. And what about the aircraft? Well, after some fixes to its nose gear and body, it was soon flown out of Gimli and then went on to serve another 25 years before its retirement in 2008. In the end, the Gimli Glider story stands not just as a testament to skill, but as proof that even the most advanced systems still rely on clarity, communication, as well as a little bit of human instinct. And sometimes, when everything else fails, gravity, communication, skills and good judgment can still be enough to bring you home safely. Now, this was a completely new version of the video that I made very early on in my channel's history when I didn't have access to...
Oh, he actually made it before, okay.
To the kind of graphics and editing that I now have. And let me know if there are any other earlier stories that you'd like me to improve on. I would love to hear your thoughts. You can also tell me that directly by supporting my...
Alright, thank you all so much for watching this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. I don't know if it's your day or night. Oh, don't worry, I'm not actually ending stream now. That was just, I'll make a video. I'm reacting to that. So, after the let's watch your video.
What are you doing?
Having some chocolate.
You are not. That's the Christmas Toblerone. Oh, what? It's November. No, they're the Christmas bananas. Put them back. What? It's not even a Christmassy food. They'll be gone off by December. All right. Oh, God, I'm so hungry. You put those back. Those are the Christmas poppadoms. Oh, fuck off. What are you doing?
Whoa, he's trying to starve you. Jesus Christ.
Do you trust this? Oh my God. Oh, here he is. Well, that's a cop. What's your thing on top?
I don't know.
A jaguar.
Hello, Amanda.
Oh my goodness. You got a jaguar. Where is it?
Alright, have a good night, UP. I'm probably going to be ending stream here. I'm actually going to go raid out. So if you could stay real quick for the raid, that would be much appreciated. see you convey out to. Alright. Aiden's live. I'm gonna go wait out to him. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. See you next time. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day or night. I'm out.